get you, Barbara.
So, David.
Yes,
Things are coming.
they are.
How often can I say that?
There's all kinds of coming.
I guess it's because it's perpetual. It never stops. So things are coming.
It never stops.
And I got one. I can go first if you want me to. I got one coming out June 28th of 2024. This is actually a big budget movie that I am looking forward to. It is called Quiet Place Day One.
Oh, lots of press on that.
And if you'll notice on that poster behind me, it's in little text down at the bottom. All that you see is the crawl above it. Hear how it all began.
Interesting, yeah.
This prequel is directed by Michael Straczynski. I had never heard of him. It is not Straczynski, who had directed at least the first one, I think. He is known for a movie called Pig. Have you heard of this movie?
Pig?
Pig, P-I-G.
I don't think so.
It's a highly acclaimed thriller with, guess who?
Don't know.
Nicolas Cage.
No.
Honestly, it gets like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes with like 200 and something reviews. It's about a truffle farmer that loses his pig or something. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. That's the director, Michael Straczynski.
Okay.
This film stars Joseph Quinn, who you may remember as Eddie on Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Lupita Nyong'o and Jimon Hunsu, if I'm pronouncing that right. And basically, it is day one. I think this movie all takes place on day one. New York City is invaded by alien creatures who hunt by sound. We know this from the first two movies. And a woman named Sammy, Lupita, fights to survive. And that's what this movie's about. Have you seen the trailer?
Yes.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
It looks like Spielberg's remake of War of the Worlds, only good with subtext and stuff.
Only good.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds me of War of the Worlds.
Well, yeah, it's apocalyptic and it's the
a
invasion.
Blitz attack.
Yeah. One of my Reddit groups I listened to was talking about it and they're all anticipating it and blah, blah, blah. And then this one guy comes in with this like screed all about how this would never happen. Within 3 weeks, it would all be done. Why? Because they have a huge deficit that you would figure out fairly soon, and you'll be able to kill them. All you have to do is come up with a way to attract them because they're all going to come. They seem like they're a mindless horde. So all you have to do is ambush them all. And within a couple of weeks, all this will be taken care of and they wouldn't be here. And all these people responded back to him and goes, yeah, but there's no suspense in that, blah, blah, blah. And who cares? Yeah. But his whole justification was, no, it wouldn't work. They could never win the invasion.
He hasn't seen this movie yet.
Right.
There may be things revealed in this movie that he's unaware of.
True. True. And there was one guy the reason I brought it up was because you triggered me because one guy said, well, that's because they had a blitzkrieg. They attacked with a blitz. I mean, we weren't expecting it at all. And it was everywhere all at once. Yeah. So the military probably couldn't ever recoup.
There's no reviews yet. It comes out June 28th. That is what's coming to get me.
It's coming to get you.
Day one.
Mine is a little bit later. It's not coming until July 9th. So right after the 4th of July celebration in the United States, you can get this. And it is not a movie. It is an audiobook, but a fully scripted, fully soundscaped, all kinds of effects and everything else in an audiobook. It is written by Michael Straczynski, my guy that I love so much from Babylon 5, who's such and Spider-Man and Ghostbusters and all of that.
Spider-Man.
He's done several issues of Spider-Man, Superman, Batman.
Oh, he did comics. I didn't know that.
He's done comics as well. Yeah, he's done comics. Yes. And he was like story editor, creator of all of the animated Ghostbusters.
I had no idea. All I think is Harlan Nelson's friend.
Yep. Well, and for you know Straczynski, of course, because of Sense8 too, which was brilliant.
Right.
So well. But it says, from the director of Babylon 5 and Sense8 comes a full cast action-adventure military audio drama set in the near future for fans of Tom Clancy and Timothy Zahn. International tension is rising as the Russian military forms an Eastern alliance to create a new age of Russian supremacy. The rest of the world is scrambling for a united response. Enter Project Earthlight. And that's the title of the audiobook, which is Earthlight. A NATO operation under U.S. command based in the ultimate military high ground, space. And then it goes on in the description. But it sounds really like a political thriller. The reason I bring it up as a coming to get you, and I'm excited, is because he said he's not going to do a print version of it. This is just an audiobook. He created it as an audiobook, and that's what he wants to do. When I read his autobiography, it was very interesting because he started out in radio, writing radio plays and transcribing short stories into radio dramas, very Orson Welles. And he said in interviews about this that he's returning to his roots. An audiobook is essentially a radio play.
It's a new radio play, basically.
Yeah.
It's just on demand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I was really excited about it. It comes out July 9th. And I didn't recognize any of the voice. I mean, he's not using any stars as actors, but he's using some very recognizable voice actors as cast members.
Okay. Well, that makes sense if he's been in animation before. So
Yeah. So,
well,
I'm excited
folks, you
about it.
heard it there. That is what's coming to get us. David mentioned an audiobook called Earthlight, written by J. Michael Straczynski. That's coming July 9th. And then I mentioned Quiet Place, Day One, blockbuster sci-fi horror movie hitting theaters June 28th. That's what's coming to get us. We want to know what's coming to get you. So if you will, just let us know down in the comments what you think about what we discussed today or something that maybe we should be discussing. And I will be seeing you next time, David.
All right. See you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
You can't start the car. Johnny